Welcome to the channel. I am Commander Ty, and this is PG-02, a one-go class fast attack hydrofoil, a modernized licensed version of the Italian Sparviero-Class. The Sparviero-Class fast attack hydrofoil was designed in Italy by the Ali Navy Society, a consortium of the American company Boeing, the Italian government's Naval Research Branch, and Carlo Rodriguez, a builder of commercial hydrofoils. The design was based on the US Navy's Tucumcari hydrofoil boat. The design used a Boeing jetfoil system with one hydrofoil forward and two aft, which folded out of the water when cruising. The boat was propelled at high speeds by a Rolls-Royce Proteus gas turbine, driving a water jet, while a diesel engine drove a retractable propeller, powering the boat at low speeds. The hull and superstructure were constructed entirely of aluminium. As the design was intended for short-range, high-speed operations, no sleeping accommodation was fitted. Armament consisted of two automat anti-ship missiles aft and a single Otto Melara 76mm rapid-fire gun forward. It was planned in 1974 to 1975 to order 4 more Sparviero-Class hydrofoils that would be supplemented by at least 2 larger Pegasus-class hydrofoils, but plans for a NATO standardization of the Pegasus-class was abandoned. The class proved to be underpowered, and it was hoped to re-engine them with a more powerful Allison gas turbine, but these plans were also abandoned. All of the Italian boats have now been decommissioned. The Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force selected a modified version of the Sparviero class named the One Go class as a replacement for their PT-11 torpedo boats. A licensed agreement was signed in 1991 to build 12 Sparvieros, with the first 2 approved in 1990 and laid down by Sumitomo on the 25th of March 91. Of the 12 ordered, only 3 were created, with all orders cancelled as the 4th one was due to be built. The Japanese chose different armament than was used on the Italian boats, with up to 4 Type 90 ship-to-ship missiles replacing the automats and a non-stabilized 20mm JM61 Vulcan rotary cannon replacing the larger Otto Melara. The main power plant is a 3,900 kilowatt General Electric LM500 gas turbine. Both the Italian and Japanese designs function identically in-game, with the Italian boat fitted with the 76 Otto Melara, and the Japanese vessel having a modern chaff decoy system, as well as the JM61 20mm Vulcan. Neither boat has their real-life missile armament, but I really do hope that changes. This would be mainly due to the warhead size of the Type 90 and the Automat missiles reaching over 200 kilos. The maneuverability of this ship is good, but it requires a lot of speed management to make the most of the foil. Up on the foil, you are fast and have a very low draft, but pose a large target and a gunnery becomes much more difficult. Being able to quickly recognize when to lift off and when to stay hull down is very important. The boats have probably the best turning circle in the game and are able to keep a very hard turn angle due to the stability that the foil offers, in the same way that a yacht's keel keeps it stable. It's extremely fast in a straight line and provides good handling and responds well to sudden movements. With maps that have sandbanks, coral reefs and underwater objects, the hydrofoil will become lodged on them when submerged. It's incredibly important to remain vigilant in these surroundings. The JM61 possesses a fire rate of 3,000 rounds per minute, or 450 rounds with the autocannon modification. APDS rounds are available, and when the 3,000 RPM option is selected, it chews up just about every boat, and can even be used to decent effect against destroyers, though nowhere near as much as before the damage model changes. It's a fairly accurate gun, however it can bounce a lot in heavy sea states. Being hull down will alleviate this a small amount. The max range is around 3 kilometers, which is fairly high for a 20mm. The 130mm decoy system is a short-range mortar, and it launches chaff into the air around the vessel. In-game, it allows the captain to launch 2 smoke grenades which detonate above and either side of the boat. However, there are currently no guided missiles to be confused by this, and so they only operate as smoke grenades. The smoke clouds in-game are less effective than the default smoke screen, but it allows you to throw cover, and it lets you to add some extra depth to the standard smoke screen when you're retreating. Both the Italian and Japanese ship can be hull broken instantly by 4-inch shells and higher, and also weapons with high TNT filler. It's extremely important to stay mobile or hidden when facing destroyers of any BR. The Sparviero classes also only have one weapon, so making sure to protect your armament is essential, or you are just a tourist boat. The Italian boat is less useful in my opinion, although it does pack a larger armament. This is easily disabled compared to the JM61 and only carries a small amount of ammunition. While this allows you to engage larger targets more reliably, for the class role in War Thunder, I think the JM61 armed PG-02 is better. When you're playing at this battle rating, nearly every single game you're guaranteed to run into at least one PG-02. Today that PG-02 is me. Depending on the map, you'll have a really easy time shooting spawn to spawn. Oh, watch out for him, he's got the rocket launcher. That would make Splatus go. It's a bit of a shooting gallery, really. I use the APDS rounds. I found they to be the best ones, although they don't have much in the way of post-penetration, being that they're only 20mm rounds. But light vessels just get absolutely shredded. Anyone that's been playing for War Thunder for a while or at all has come across a PG-02. Here's that Project 183 BM21 come back again. He's using his backup. Back to the hangar, my friend. And despite only having 11 crew, you are extremely resilient. There's a lot of empty space in this vessel, and you have to hit things directly to really do any meaningful damage. Although anything with a high explosive warhead can destroy you instantly. So watch out for the lich fields with the good ammo. Now this boat is very easy to play, and as you can tell, I would just be absolutely farming the Silver Lions right now. This is only a test drive, so I don't get that Silver Lion bonus. But I'm not complaining. It is a fun little vessel and it handles so well. So well. Just waiting for my artillery strike to come in on the spawn point, because you can do that in this map. Super toxic. If we're going to play the PG-02, we may as well be roleplay it properly. Here it comes. Artillery strike in on that poor British MBT. And poor motor torpedo boat. It wasn't a main battle tank. Recapture the point, because I just slipped off it there. There isn't a lot of tactics to the PG-02. Just find a good firing position and lay waste to them. Terror of the Sea. We earned nearly 3,000 mission points. It turns out I forgot to actually record my last game, and so you got some commentary and a lot of it was actually missed. So we're going to do a full battle now, and I'll show you exactly the skill it takes to play the PG-02. Got a backup, and we're ready to go. Looks like we're joining a battle late as well. Means the PT boats are already out there capturing and in the firing line. Speak of the devil, PT boat. We've still got spawn protection, so his first hits on us are going to be for free. First strike too. Despite having 2 of the capture points taken, we are the first killer. Here comes another one. Can't quite tell what it is, but it's behind all the smoke. Another PT boat. Oh, it's the really dangerous one with all the 50 cals. Can't remember the designation in the heat of battle. Got another PT boat. That one was just dead in a second. Another one. Bit of a duck shoot. When you get the 3.3 or lower battle rating, it really is broken how powerful this Vulcan cannon is. Speaking of which, we've just lost the Vulcan cannon and our bridge. So we need to drop some smoke and reverse up. I'm not really doing much to hide myself, because the enemy just keep popping out. Another easy one. Broadside kills are the easiest. Oh, there's someone firing rockets. Are they PT boat rockets? They look like twin rockets, so yes. Oh, got a Kimchi or some, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it is quite potent little boat. It's got a Bofors on the front and a bunch of 20mm autocannons on the back. Puts out a fair amount of firepower. And it's fairly resilient, as you can see. I'm being a little bit too liberal with the spray here. Oh, he got us. Oh, we got him too. Trade. So 5-1, not bad. Bring the back up, as PGO players are bound to do. Oh, look, another one, and we've still got spawn protection. I find that the damage is a little bit funky sometimes. Oh, beautiful fuel tank detonation there. Alright, let's head over to the Bravo point, I think. We've got something larger, USS Candid. They are fairly hard to kill, very resilient. We'll call in some artillery ahead of his position. Up on the foil now, flying high. Just a little fun fact, boats fitted with a hydrofoil actually log flying hours, because the hydrofoil counts as a wing. PGO2 trying to be sneaky, but we managed to take him on with only a small amount of damage, a fire in the bridge. Decapping that point now. We've taken out 6 of the enemy, 7 of the enemy now. And that's one of the real reasons that people get turned off by Coast. Oh, here we go. This is very rare. This guy's brave. He must be a new player. It's arguably the worst boat in the game. The Salku Tai. Probably not pronounced correctly. Absolutely terrible boat. I don't think it was ever good. Anyway, underway. We're going to head towards that USS Candid. Oh, we have another Kimchi. I'll be a bit stricter with the spray this time. I was a bit light last time. We've lost the front gun, and fortunately, one of our friends managed to take him out for us. Good timing. It looks like the Candid is just around that corner. We'll wait for the repair before we launch our flying attack. I'm not too sure how much damage the APDS will do to the Candid, but we will soon find out. Here we go. To commencing just in time for our artillery to be ready. A few seconds off. Oh, we've hit something there. We've run into the rocks. Silly move. That has just negated any of our surprise advantage. The 20mm at this range doesn't seem to be penetrating the hull of the Candid. Taking out his weapons. Call in the artillery. He's about to crash because we took out his bridge, which is helpful, and we've been ambushed by a Type K3 Japanese sub-chaser. Very powerful weaponry on the front of those boats. So that's the PGO2 over and done with. What should we take next? Have a full coastal lineup today. I'm probably going to take the PT-15, I think. So I've got a serving of my own medicine and getting spawn camped straight up, dying. So I will cut that out, and we will try and get a cockpit-only dive bomb attack. Add a little bit of challenge to it. Here we go. Wait for the nose to appear inside the reticle, pull up and drop the bomb. I think I may have dropped it a little bit too late there. Oh, probably 10 meters off. 250 kilo bomb is never going to do much damage there. Bring it around. And that concludes our battle. Not a bad little battle. 8 kills, 4 deaths, and 10,000 damage. See if we can do some damage with the gunner before we pass out. Not quite. So that concludes the video for the PGO2, the Sparviero-Class. I wasn't going to show the 76mm armed one. I don't have it, and I don't really think it needs to be shown. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, and make sure you're subscribed because I have plenty more coming this year. Until next time, Commander Tyrael, out. Actually, I might stay until this guy goes down. The float plane is a little funky one to dogfight in. If this was the standard Zero, I'd probably have him in the bag, but the weight of the floats does make it a little bit funny. Although once you get to the top of an arc here like this, I'll be able to flip it over quicker than he can blink. Here we go, hit the elevator, hit the elevator again, still inside his loop. I have enough energy to stay behind him. Terror of the Sea, game over. Like I said, see you next time.